I've always been a fan of the self-imposed challenge runs from creators such as Mitten Squad, PointCrow, and Ymfah. These challenges breathe new life into our favorite games and take an incredible amount of skill and dedication to beat. But there's one challenge that not one person has ever attempted, one that requires an absolutely indomitable will. Can you beat Skyrim without becoming a stealth archer? Now, the primary rule of this run is no sneak attacks with ranged weapons, but we're actually going to go a step further and ban ranged weapons and sneak attacks altogether. Also, no mods. We're playing the way God intended. Let's dive in. After a glimpse of the power that we've given up, we created our character and prepared ourselves for our fair trial under the Imperial Court.
You say the same.
I haven't conferred with my lawyer yet. Does that usually happen at this point? Oh, never mind. Here he comes. Whoever said our justice system is flawed, just a couple minutes later and we're free to go about our business. Of course, we still owe a few legal fees, and my lawyer employs some aggressive collection tactics. We better get out of here. Luckily, Ralof has a plan to get us out through the keep's dungeon. Underneath the keep, we ran into a bear. Ralof suggested that we sneak up on it, but as a true Nord, we would never resort to such cowardly tactics. Why would you do that? After making our way back into the caves, we slaughtered the bear and escaped. We promptly murdered a rabbit and made our way to Riverwood, where we met up with Ralof's sister Gerda. She was happy to help us despite the fact that we were just like her mortal enemy. She said we should ask Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun for a job to pay our fees. One dead bunny later, we gained access to Whiterun, where we were promptly flexed on by Nazim, but we decided to be the bigger man and not retaliate. Damn it. Alright, we're back in the city, and finally we're face to face with the Jarl. We asked him if he was hiring, and he sent us to Bleak Falls Barrow to pick up some magic rock. No rabbits were harmed during this trip. We took care of the bandits outside and then made our way into the ruins, where two more bandits were talking amongst themselves, so we... No, don't you dare! After taking care of the bandits properly, we used our big brain to solve a puzzle. Cut down Arvel the Swift, solved another big brain puzzle, and made it to the end of the dungeon, where we were attacked by the wind. Also this man. We took his $16 and Dragonstone in hand, made our way back to Whiterun. Back in Farengar's steady, Delphine was pretending to know how to read. We handed off the Dragonstone, then we had to go kill a dragon. We won the race to the Western Watchtower, and then the dragon appeared. The temptation was great, but we resisted. After killing the dragon, one of the guards told us that we're a Jedi or something.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
Then we went to report back to Balgruuf, who talked for a long time and then told us to meet the Greybeards. We ignored Lydia and took the carriage to Riften. One dead bunny and a quick swim later, we were in Iverstead at the base of the 7,000 steps. The frost troll at the top of the mountain is infamous among players of this game for turning you into bone soup. But I have a plan. Run away like a sissy baby. Finally, we arrive at the Greybeards' fortress and talk to Arngir.
Dragonborn
Actually, I actually can't hear you. Could you ask the brass section to keep it down a bit, please? Excuse you. After a lot more talking, we finally had our next destination. The town of... Get the horn of... After accidentally traveling to Markarth because I'm an idiot, we hopped back on the carriage and made our way to Morthal, where we were actually supposed to be. Finally, we made it to the Tomb of Whatever, where we fought a bunch of Draugr and faced our toughest boss yet, Bethesda Collision Physics. For real though, I had to try this like 10 times before it finally worked. I was about to just give up and turn no clip on. After all that, the fire traps didn't really slow us down at all, and finally we made it into the Chamber of Secrets, where we found a note. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, at least we got another $24. We got a little bit lost, but eventually we made it out of Ustengrav. Hello. At this point, I'm exhausted. I've been adventuring all day, and all I have to show for it is $40, so I'm just gonna rent a room and relax for a bit before I carry on. Nothing like a soft bed after a long day of... What are you... Get out of my room! So Delphine here is the one who took the horn, so after quickly checking to see if we could skip her quest line, we reluctantly agreed to kill another dragon for her. Even after taking the carriage to the wrong city again, we still beat Delphine to Kynesgrove. On top of the hill, I killed a bunny, and we found my lawyer catching up with one of his old law school buddies. The fight with Salakanir went about how you'd expect. Delphine's so impressed with us that she gives us the key to her house. Man, I thought this quest was gonna suck, but now I got a girlfriend. This is awesome.
I can get you into one of... I have a contact inside. His name is Mal. I'll get word... While you're
Actually, I don't think this is gonna work out. Next, we took the carriage to Solitude. Since it's the only city that starts with S, I didn't get confused, and we actually got here on the first try. When we arrived in the city, there was an execution going on, so I thought I'd help out. But then the guards tried to arrest me, because I'm not supposed to use bows. Did you forget that's what this video was about? I did too, it's okay. So we met up with Malbor and gave him our gear to smuggle into the embassy, leaving us with... Oh no. It's actually been like 8 months since I've played this file. I forgot this is what I look like. I'm hot. So we streaked our way down to Delphine, who gave us some clothes so we could get into the party.
You should pass for a real guest.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
Hello, my name is Mr. Hansy. Please direct me to your least confident waitress. So we need to create a distraction, and... Look, I couldn't tell you how many times I've played through this game, and normally I get David Spade here to hit on the elf girl, which takes forever. But I just found out you can just give this guy a drink and he'll do whatever you want.
Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please?
After sneaking out, we stole everything from the kitchen and got our gear. I was going to do another gag with the bow here, but I accidentally ran right in front of the guards, so I guess we're doing it the hard way. So now that we got what we need from the Thalmor, we're off to find Esbern. Down in the sewers below Riften, we murdered some folk, got some sick new clothes, and found Esbern. For a famously paranoid master of espionage, he's awfully trusting of the dude with 2 bloody weapons drawn standing at his door. Let me in, I'm a fairy! We got really lost in the sewer, but eventually we were free and on our way to find Delphine.
To Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then...
Can I have
You
this?
made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar,
Thanks.
hold down the bar for...
You want
During
it?
their conquest of
You want the book?
Do you know
You want the
what he's
book?
talking about?
Go get it!
This is where they built Aldrin's.
We went to Karspire, where I got to watch someone else fight a dragon for a change. Then we found the temple, and I had to go meet Parthenax. After some minor animal abuse, we made it to the top of the mountain. Parthenax sent us to find an Elder Scroll. We went to the library at the College of Winterhold to ask Ureg Groshrub if he knew where to find one.
I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Are you gonna do it now, or... No, it's cool. Finish your bread first. I can wait. So we learned that the college's foremost expert on Elder Scrolls disappeared years ago. I found him in a cave about 50 feet away.
Elder Scrolls.
He sent us to a dwarven ruin. We solved a puzzle, and now it's time to read the Elder Scroll at the throat of the world.
There you are, Dovahkiin. You cannot escape our contract. Payment for services rendered must be paid in full, or else legal action will be taken.
I got $40. Is that enough?
You have 1 week to pay your debt, Dovahkiin, or else you will face the consequences.
I have to kill that guy. Alright, this is where he said we'd meet up. I can't screw this up. I've only got one shot at this, and I can't afford to go back to court. Alduin thinks he's unbeatable here, but I know his secret. Cue flashback.
Alduin is incredibly strong, but he does have one weakness. The only way to kill him is to shoot him with an arrow.
Are you serious? That was the flashback? I had a whole week and that's all I could find. Well, I guess that's that. It's impossible to beat Skyrim without becoming a stealth archer. Tune in next time when I try to find my son in Fallout 4. Alright, Preston, I'll help one more settlement, but then I really have to go.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.